Welcome back to the channels. It's your boy MastermindX, and we're back with MastermindX Gaming with one of my favorites from my childhood. This is Final Fantasy 1. There's been a lot of lore around Final Fantasy, but we figured we'd kick it up a notch today by doing a monster in a box. This is a Final Fantasy randomizer where Chaos, our end bad guy, spoilers, is actually loose somewhere in the world in a random chest. We did a poll out there to the community to see what we were going to run as our party, and as you can see, Weird Science won. So you guys wanted to see the Red Mage, the Black Belt or Monk, the Thief, and the White Mage. MastermindX is going to be taking on the Red Mage mantle, Knights of Nostalgia is taking on our Black Belt, and my pets or animals, Dave and Gabby, are our Thief and White Mage. Without further ado, we're going to get into the game here and start it by pressing, I believe. Alright. So, old school, definitely. Left, right, movements here, okay. Just trying to get my bearings a little bit. We are playing this via keyboard. So, Coneria. The Dream City. Oh, and they do disappear. So, looks like we have that on. The Dancer. Alright, so, I do not normally play this party. I'm usually a standard Knight, Black Belt, White and Black Mage. So I do know that I need to get magic as well as my White Mage and the Red Wizard here. Red Mage. It does show, okay, good, what we can hold for these. A lot of this stuff's kind of expensive, I'm not gonna lie. +5 is pretty good looking. For the Thief. And that's reasonably priced. As well as the Longsword, +4, I think is better. Although the Silver I think is the best, but that's 700. Let's actually exit out of here. Let's see what else is available for us. Iron +5, nobody can wear it. Gloves -2. And cloth. Not a lot of options here, guys, for armor. Save the princess. We will. Well, we got Nuke right off the bat, so that's definitely a thing. Let's see if I can learn it. Looks like I can. Yep. Okay, so I did get it. There's actually no reason to spend any other gold here, because now that we have Nuke, it might make this run very easy. Heal looks... See, it's funny, because some of these will allow the Red Mage, but some will not. Gabby will be able to do heal, though. Let's get us our weapons. Dave's gonna take that one. And we need about 10 more bucks to get ourselves a sword. Well, there's the rat tail, so we could do our class changes. We'll have to remember that that's in the beginning town. Alrighty. And another thing that I've learned while playing with Knights of Nostalgia is you always want to go ahead and save, because we really don't know how bad the enemies are right outside of town. I don't know, I get a Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego vibe from the Red Mage here. Oh, we got our ship. So far this seed, or randomizer, is being pretty nice to us. So our ship is down there. Like I said though, gas can be in any box, so we do want to probably go about what we would normally. So the first place we're going to visit is the Temple of Fiends. Looks like we got silenced. And these guys usually have about 4 hit points, so it looks like they actually have more than they do. So, we only have 2 charges, but we're going to have to use it. Yeah. And he's muted. Of course. That's the deal with the randomizers. You never know. You can sometimes get lucky with good spells, but the monsters right out of the gate are hard. Nothing you can do. Good gold. Good experience too. 2 levels. We got a gray one. Actually, we're just gonna make sure this guy goes. So we can get back to town. Heal ourselves up. And with that 700, can at least get ourselves the longsword will be fine. And I don't think the white mage can hold anything here. Nope. Gloves -2, but better than nothing. Alright, so our first time in our menu. Actually looks like they gave us the loot to start with. A couple of tents, couple of pures, couple of softs. Make sure that we're equipped. So, the reason there's a plus and minus, there's like a +-2 there, is they call it blurst weapons. This is something that you can do inside of the randomizer when you set up the seed to actually add or subtract points that go into a percentage of how the weapon or armor acts. So where the gloves normally would be, let's say, adding 4 or 5 points of defense, with the -2 they might only add 1 or 2. It's a lot harder with some weapons on, don't they? Take down this little spider. Alright, our first battle is with Chaos here, or Garland, I should say. It's the first time. So we're just gonna get a little heal, just in case. Make sure everybody survives. No one touches my princess. Light warriors, you impertinent fools. I, Garland, will knock you all down. And he's gonna be a joke. We're not even gonna actually use nuke. Because why not? And again, the randomizer might have given him a little more health. He does not. He went down like a sack of bricks. And there we have the canoe. So now we have two modes of water travel. We have the ship and the canoe. And the king, usually if you talk to him there the second time, will build the bridge. However, the bridge, it looks like, was already built for us, I saw. Go in here and regain our health. Now, do we have enough for that tail? Just so we can get it in our inventory. We do. So now we have the tail. We somehow run into Bahamut. Do our class change. Bones. Now, the thief, which is Dave, and the monk, or black belt, Knights of Nostalgia there, all act upon a strength and their levels. And I believe in the original vanilla of this game, they were kind of broken as soon as you got them up to a certain level. They just got insanely powerful because it's just a multiplication factor. I think it is corrected in these randomizers, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and give us a nuke. The rest of this doesn't matter. And get through some of these early boxes here and see if we can get pushing through. Very generous of them, 8 gold. So the black mage, white mage, red mage, black belt, fighter, and ninja, they can all hold this wooden staff +5. So, knowing that we have a white mage with no weapon, we'll trade that out to Gabby. Equip it. And guys, that is all for this first continent that we're on. There's 2 other chests that are in the Temple of Fiends. They, however, cannot be gotten yet because we do not have the magic key, mystic key, whatever you want to call it. So, Provokia, I believe, is the name of the next town, or Provoca. That's where we usually fight Binky, or Bikey, the pirate. He usually gives us a ship, but we'll see what our next item is that we get. Gaining levels left and right. It's nice. Help! And actually, maybe we can be able to get ourselves some... So, let's just take care of them. Try and speed this up a little bit, some of these forced encounters that we have to do. Oh, it was a critical hit, though. We kind of got to save all with this early nuke. Kind of a blessing and a curse. It's making the game look very, very easy, which... Got ourselves the herb. The game is not super duper hard to begin with, but... It's just bringing it to a level of... It's almost like auto attack. So we both can hold the gold. Silver. let's get 2 of those. One of those would be really nice to have, though. The utility, I feel like, for Dave, the thief, is really underutilized. I mean, it's one of those things. The thief does turn into the ninja. He can hold the katana, which is, you know, a really high-powered weapon, but at the same time, I feel like he's mostly underutilized. So here's Harm 4. Cure 4 as well can be used. So, and Fade. Wow. Alright guys, so all these can be used by our Red Mage and White Mage, it looks like. As you can see, their hands are up, so we're definitely going to get Fade for both of them. So now we have Nuke and Fade. Harm 4 is on the same track. It really doesn't matter though, but Cure 4 does. So we'll both get one of those. Oops. Let's see what we have. I think one other spot. I mean, it's not even worth wasting the gold. Scimitar, I'm not sure that's better. Yeah, again. So we definitely have to come back here for armor. The golden bracelets are really good. Unless we find something better. We can go to Matoya's cave. Something we can do. I guess we'll just walk. Let's see how strong we're getting. Darkness. Not bad. All the gold helps right now. Blizzard, wow. Look at that. And that's, like I said, the game can change in just a moment's notice. So, again, like I said, so we have randomized shops, we have randomized magics, the enemies have randomized scripts, so they can perform different spells, just like an ogre would never actually really cast Blizzard on us, which is kind of a nasty spell, but we'll try that again. We really need to get those guys some gold bracelets. Let's actually take the ship this time. So there's a port that is close to Matoya. And I think we actually got our herb, didn't we? So we got Matoya's herb that we would use for the king, or the elf prince. Nice money. Nice money. Okay, so she's looking for a crystal. Got those chests. Actually, we got the canoe, so there's a little quickness for us. Oh, money, money. Usually. So Fade again. Great spell. Easy peasy. Let's see what the elf town has for us. We get the right kind of armor. A couple more levels so that we have the HP. And we actually could do chaos now. Let's be the world's shortest Final Fantasy 1 run. Just checking these shops, you never know if there's going to be something crazy in it. Like Cat Claw's pretty good, but you know, a mass immune or something crazy in a town. Seriously, none of this magic anymore I don't think is really useful, except for Here Lies and Troper. Imps are safe. Imps are not safe. Saw that already. Other than different cures for us, but it does look like the cure that we want is not available. Do we have a cheaper option? We can do coppers. One there. I think Dave. Now, Gabby. There we go. Nothing. Nothing needed. Life 2 would be great to have. I think they're gonna tell me though that she can't learn it. Oh, okay, she did. Alright, we got life 2. So, the only thing... I mean... Oops. They did give us 2 cabins. Okay. And we are full health. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some full health. Now let's see if we can get through some of the Marsh Cave already. Which is crazy to think we're that far. But we're in search of chests. Gotta find our boy Chaos. That Fade, or Holy, whatever you want to say it, it's a great little spell. Do we think the wolves are easy? Let's just take one round at it. Let's see. Knowing us, I'll have some kind of crazy spell. I've seen wolves cast Fire 3. Some of these randomizers. sleep, dark. The arachnids are our status guys, I guess. You get into a bad group of, you know, the ghouls or the ghosts or images, I think they're called. And like these. And you get a bad round with these guys. I'll tell you what. They'll end your day pretty quick. They can cast paralyzation. And I didn't even do what I wanted to do. So out here we're actually going to use our cabin. Just in case. I think that might be a spike square. They weren't too bad last time. Let's see if we can save a charge. So this way isn't the way down in the Marshgate, but there is chests on this level. Heal helmet. So we can use that in battle to do healing. Black shirt. Let's actually... So now he has a heal option, and he has a fight option. So if he can cast ice, that's great. Chaos still eludes us. Just in case. So here's where we would go and use the black shirt. You're not going to get to see it anyways. The black shirt will cast ice too. It's an AoE damage on all enemies, and it costs no cast. For a magic item. Here, we can use it here. And it's the thief doing it of all things, so... Nice little AoE, but, you know, at this point of the game, another underutilized character has a different option for him. I think they like us. Keep hitting the ghouls. We don't like empty treasure boxes. Scum and Muck are weird. So Scum and Muck have different types of defenses. And I do actually forget which is which, but one is going to be high magic defense and the other one's going to be a high physical defense. So you kind of have to like know which is which to hit them. And since we're playing through here, trying to get as quick as possible to our little monster in a box, I figured we'll just try and skip them. There's not many of them throughout the game. Mostly in this dank, dark marsh cave. Beating up on my guy. Well, we can hit right back. Use the heal helmet. Hopefully we can get a free little heal off. Nice. It should be very good experience. Gold 1500. Another level. 6,000 experience there. Nothing on that one. Nothing on that one. Tell him goodbye. Another heal helmet. Oh, you got hit. Ganged up on. Actually, I don't think Life 2 works in battle. Since we only have one charge of it, I'm gonna hold off. Weirdly enough, we have a Cure 3 down there, which not sure why. We get that? Yeah, that was the heal helmet. Scorpions. They're doing us dirty. Really weird stuff in the marsh cave. We gotta get her the other heal helmet. I'll have to trade that. So now that we can get a little spam of heal. It's alright. That hurt. Take care of him real quick. Dave caught up with our levels. Some nice gold. cabin. Just in case we don't run. Didn't need to. I've always found mitigating your strategy with a little bit of run, a little bit of fight. Because we now know that the black +5 can handle this. Might as well heal up as best as we can. And then, well, if the black goes first, the black goes first. Very good. Nice. We got a 2 timer there. So let's see what our spike square is going to be. A water. Bye. He missed. And then he got nuked. It's almost 1,500 gold. And there's the crystal. So we can go back to Matoya. Give her a crystal. And that progression will continue. And so now all these down here are going to be locked by the mystic key, as it says. So this is kind of like the trade progression of the game, where we're going to try and get our way to the key. The key does open up a lot. Otherwise... I mean, it's needed in the real game too, don't get me wrong, but in a monster in a box situation, you're trying to get to as many boxes as you can, as quick as you can. You want to find chaos and take him down, so... that key just opens up a lot of... Oh, there's a red bone! Come and get your love! Promise, that's the only time I'll sing it, guys. But we're gonna attack him. Wow, he didn't go. Redbone stayed. Okay, we got a little bit of revenge there. Yeah, that's our spike square one. Okay. We're heading out. Alright. No real danger so far. Do we have the crown? No, we had the crystal. Okay. That's right. So we can't go see Astos yet. That'll work. Does class Blizzard. If he was alive, he would be able to, I should say. Going down here. And we should actually go to provoke it too. We can get our gold bands. Let's see here. Yeah, we have 5 charges already of Fade. A lot of good endgame magic charges so far. This is great. So we got the crystal. You know what? I think we had the herb too. Didn't we have the herb? You know what, guys? I apologize. We had the herb. Might as well get the key item here. Hate snakes. Sorry to all the reptile lovers out there. Dave's just going crazy with the black shirt. So I can go over here and wake the prince. Herb wakes the prince. He gives us the rod. Still not the mystic key, which is what we'd usually get, but it's alright. We're working our way through it. Sea hags, or sahags. Show them a little reverse action. I was gonna say, which one gets to obliterate them first? Favorite songs. Toya's Cave. She opened the canal, so now we can get outside the world. We don't have to do the whole TNT thing. So we have canoe, we have ship. Opens that up. Going for some armor. Alright, these are 6 grand a piece. However, I believe the gold bracelet's going to be the best thing. Especially since it's +4. The silver was only +1 for the armor. So, we're going to at least get one there. One there. and 1 there. Let's see how that looks for us. Well, I guess we can check. So let's see, what's Dave's stats? Dave absorbs 21 and evades 131. 21, 131. 33, 137. It sure is better. Well. And Dave had a silver as well. Sorry. The coppers as well. Alright, let us see, what would be next? We go to the Earth Cave. We have the canoe, Crescent Lake, and do the Volcano Cave. Actually, we're about at 50 minutes. So this is actually where I think we're going to stop our stream for today. I think we're going to maybe do this in a 2-part, because we're going to start attacking some treasure-rich areas. Keep going on the seed here and seeing where we can get to. I thank you guys once again for hitting that like, subscribe, and share button if you haven't already. We'd love to see you again. So subscribing always lets you know when a new video drops onto the channel, and you can be aware via text notification or notification center if you're an iPhone or Android user. Thank you once again for joining MastermindX Studios and Gaming. Remember, if you're out there on the interwebs, check out our friends at Nights of Nostalgia or the Beer Thrillers. Both have great content for you as well. We'll see you next time. Peace!